Yo, what's going on today, fam? So we are in my home parts room. As you can see, all this stuff all over the way. And I have my passenger seat right here. And it's time to get rid of this bad boy, or at least attempt to. So I have a racing bucket. I actually have one of these Sparkos in the driver's seat, but I have kept the stock passenger seat, and just so my passengers would be comfortable on longer drives and things of that nature. But with my recent incident, I realized that probably wasn't the safest thing for the passenger. If if an accident or something like that was to occur, they're not as well strapped in and held in as I am. So I want to make that upgrade, I sacrifice a bit of comfort for them for more safety. So this is what my plan is. Obviously I have the seat right here. I have these Planet side mount seat bracket adapters. I have my Mirage Industries lower harness mount, and then I have a Race Equip 5-point harness, and that I used to run on the driver's side until I upgraded. So my plan is to utilize the stock seat rails for this. So I'm going to pull the seat rail. Well, I'm going to pull the seat from the actual seat rail itself. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do that. So if you flip these seats over, and you'll see that there are 4 bolts holding it together. And if you move up the phone, you're kind of able to see the bolts here. So 1, 2, where's the other one? 3 and 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll find the right size wrench, and I'll go ahead and remove the actual seat from the seat rail itself. And so these 4 bolts are, nut bolt combo. They are 13 mil. So pretty much what I'm going to do is just push the foam up where it is, put it on there. I got a ratchet one, and just loosen it up like that. And once you loosen up all 4 of these, and the seat rail will separate from the seat itself. Pretty simple, and then we'll be left with just the seat rail, and then we can focus on installing our seat mount brackets. So seat rails are removed there. As you can see, this is what we're left with. And the stock non-power seat rails are actually pretty sturdy. I'm curious to see how low this setup is going to be. It probably won't be the lowest setup, to be honest, but for the passenger, not really that big of a deal. But these are plenty sturdy. They have a lot of material here, and so they will actually lend themselves really well to this fixed bucket seat conversion. Unlike the driver's side seat rail, it had a lot more flex just because of it being height adjustable, things of that nature. But I'll go ahead and lift up this seat so you guys can see what it is. So there's one hole here, one hole here, another hole here, and another hole there. Really simple, 13 mil. Got that off pretty quickly. So now what we're going to do, going to take our Planet seat bracket, and if you look right here, it lines up perfectly. So that's the front bolt, that's the rear bolt, literally lines up perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get these installed loosely, and that way I can start figuring out how everything's going to sit and what length these need to be at, because I'm going to have to adjust them kind of, and you see how they're slotted, and so you can kind of adjust them in and out, and depending on how wide that seat is would be how we need to adjust it. Another key part of this whole thing is this bracket, which it's going to sit underneath. It's going to sit underneath like that, which is just squaring this off like so. So not only and will we have obviously our 4 studs here that will be holding these rails together, but now we have this bracket here that will be tying them in the rear to also help to stiffen that. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these loosely installed, and then I'll go ahead and just mount the seat loosely. Obviously, I'm gonna have to fit this back and forth in the car a couple times to get everything right, but I just wanted to make sure everything will bolt up. All right, bam. So got the brackets on. I would like them to be a hole back, but the holes are a bit offset, so I would have to like do a little bit of clearancing with the bracket, and I don't have the tools for that right now, so I just want a hole for it. You know, it's no big deal. It's just gonna make the seat not be able to sit back as far as it quite would, but we'll see if that's really an issue. So yeah, got that in right now. So next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is fit the actual seat, mount it up, and then you guys will see like how this actually works. Bam. So this is the final product as it sits right now, and I just wanted to lay it out to show you guys like what exactly and how exactly this will work. So pretty much, as you can see, so the stock seat rows are there, and then it's mounted with these planted side mount seat brackets, and then we have the Murad Industries rear lower harness mount, and it has the eyelids right here, so I can connect these to it on my actual 5-point harness, so you can see those. And so these are the two side straps that's going to pretty much be going back like that, and then this is the 5-point one that goes in between your leg right there, and then my two shoulder straps, which will wrap across my harness bar that I have in the car. I am literally going to link all this stuff for you to buy, down to these separate little like eyelids you have to order in order to make this work. I'm gonna link a harness bar and everything that you got. I'm gonna link everything you need to do both your driver and your passenger side. I'll just make it easier when you guys there. So yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and install this back in the car. I'm gonna take the car to go get back in and stuff, you know, because when you pull a seat, you really see all of the crud that's been accumulating in the car for however many years. But it's dark outside right now, as you see out my window, so we will not be doing that tonight. But yeah, man, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, fam, it's the next day as promised, and this is like the best and worst time to work on your car because it's late in the evening and it's like cool enough to where like the sun isn't literally obliterating you, but it's also chilly enough to where the mosquitoes thrive and they like to eat you up at this time. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible because I don't feel like I get a bunch of mosquito bites. But as you see, got the seat here. So first thing is first, I'm gonna show you guys how this sits. Pretty simple. That literally just sits down there like that. It's going to sit on there, and then the seat bracket is going to sit on top of it. I'm going to hook the harnesses up first to here, and here, just to make my life a little bit easier when it goes to routing all of this stuff. But dude, honestly, so simple, man. So simple. So let me go ahead and do my first test fit with the seat. God, this seat looks so good. Oh, it's gonna look so good in the vet, man. I've always had mismatched seats in all my cars, so this is my first one. I'm like legit, so stoked off that. And here is the final product. I honestly really think the only drawback to the seat setup is the fact that the passenger seat does sit up a bit high. Like, it's not crazy, but I think even just from looking at my other seat, like you can kind of see like there's a difference. There is definitely a difference. It does sit a bit higher, but got everything installed. Got the harnesses installed right there. Still slides back and forth easily, no issues. As you can see, got everything all secure right here. It's very solid. It feels more solid than my other seat. And with the Murad Industries full seat mount, so that's really dope, man. But yeah, this is a seat. So I think the car looks like really dope with it too. It's just something about two racing buckets that just looks a whole lot better in the interior. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video here. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna link all the parts needed and for this in the description. Also, I will link all the parts I use for my driver's seat in the description also. So if you just want to like replicate my whole setup, or you know, just pick and choose whatever you want and you'll have it. But take it easy. I'm out.
Coach.